Hi, my name is Joe Jackson. I'm a journalist, author, interviewer, and broadcaster. I also happen to be someone who loves and that at times has lived for music ever since I was a child. Better still, I'm a music lover who was blessed to be able to become an interviewer purely to track down some of my music heroes to talk with, starting with Leonard Cohen in 1985. In fact, I went on to interview, among the 1,400 celebrities I've interviewed, most of my music heroes. And many musicians I interviewed became heroes of mine after meeting them. Either way, one of the great joys during an interview with a singer or musician is when I get to ask them about a recording I love. What follows, as part of what I call my singles podcast, because they last less than 5 minutes or thereabouts, is me discussing one such song with one such musician. By the way, if you want to gain access to the full tapes for personal use or professional use, for example, in a documentary, as has been the case, you can contact me via my website, joejacksoninterviewer.com.
Okay, George Benson. I've mentioned him once, and you've mentioned him once. And tell me if I'm misremembering, but I think I saw a video of you in the studio with Mr. Sinatra, and your headphones sliding down over your head, but you kept playing the lick, and I think it was Mack the Knife, and it was on Sinatra's "L.A. Is My Lady." Am I right or am I wrong?
Yeah, I think you're exactly right, because I flip the phones over and wear them on the front of my forehead instead of behind, because I'm a little more comfortable with that, you know. But sometimes they find their way down my face, and I couldn't stop because Sinatra hated to record the same thing over.
Okay.
He would do like maybe one or two takes. After that, he was finished with it. So if it didn't come off in those one or two fresh takes, he'd go on to something else. So I didn't want to ruin the take. I paid quite a bit of attention.
But he name-checked you in the song.
He did, which was an honor for me.
Absolutely.
And what a wonderful cat he was, man. He total musician, a great technician for vocals. Oh, he made it sound so easy, but he was light years beyond a casual singer.
Yeah.
He knew the art of vocalizing.
He also got into the soul of a lyric, the soul of a song, didn't he?
That's true.
Especially a heartbreak song.
He was very smart. He brought the composers to the studio with him. They were also vocal coaches, the Bergmans,
right,
who wrote a lot of his songs. He brought them to the studio, and they would listen to the rehearsal, and they said, Frank or Mr. Sinatra, right here, you're letting it down a little bit. I think you can, pick it up here and do this over here. The lyric is falling apart here.
Yeah.
And he took that stuff so serious.
Great.
And I think that's what made he paid attention to everything.
Yeah, I heard he did that with Gene Lees on Quiet Nights of Quiet Stars. They helped him with the lyric, and he just was delighted they were there. I'd love to play that recording because I think it's a hell of a recording. The whole band,
and while you're at it, please play When I Was 17,
that one.
A masterpiece of vocal artistry.
Yeah, that was Sinatra at his peak. But this is you playing guitar, and I'm listening out for Frank Sinatra, name-checking my guest today, George Benson. It's a great recording, isn't it? And he was near the end there, wasn't he?
Fantastic.
You know?
Hi, Joe Jackson here again. I thank you for listening to this edition of the Joe Jackson Interviews podcast. And don't forget, if you want to gain access for personal or professional use to the full tape of that chat, contact me via my website, joejacksoninterviewer.com.